This is the Gamemax N80, and when I first saw its press release, I knew this is the case that I have to have. Huge thanks to Gamemax for sending the case over, and as you can see, it's such a beautiful case. The Gamemax N80 is priced at $133 US, but unlike the common cases, this one I feel is actually worth the price. First being that this is a dual chamber design, not the usual dual chamber, but one that separates the PSU area at the bottom from the system area at the top. So your airflow is through the gap instead of going through the PSU area. The glass panel is unlike others. It's a single L-shaped piece that can be easily removed. It locks easily and you can further secure it with a screw at the rear. Now the interesting part is that to access the other side of the tray, you have to go through quite a few steps. First being that you have to remove the top and the side panel first, and the top and the side panel are together in an L-shaped design. And lastly, you open the hinge panel that secures everything in place, and this is where the cables, as you can see, rise from the bottom chamber to the top. The bottom chamber is covered by a panel, a rather flimsy one but secures so tightly that I had problem removing it at first. Even now it takes some effort, but at least I know how to go about without breaking it. The PSU chamber is spacious and it comes with two drive bays for 3.5-inch drives. Also, I like it that they included a dust filter for the side intake fans. The case comes with 5 impressive looking fans, nice RGB, it runs silent, and from my test, the 5 reverse and 1 normal flow fan does move air very well. Initially I thought of replacing them, but they work fine out of the box. Their proprietary connection is already connected to a hub, so I only had to plug the PWM and ARGB to the right sources and it works as it should with the temperature kept in check. And lastly, in case you didn't know it yet, this case has cutouts that support BTF motherboards. Now let me share to you a bit about my build experience. Now the case is impressive. However, to get it started, it was something challenging to me because the design is so unique. I had to refer to the manual and I do not want to break it, but eventually I got used to it, so that's great. The only concern is that if ever the glass breaks, whether you can find a replacement, that's an issue, because for some cases, if it's simple, you can get a replacement glass, drill some holes and get it replaced. But this is an L-shaped glass, so every time I put it on the table, I have to make sure it does not fall. Or when I put the floor, I better hope I do not kick it and topple and it may scratch or hopefully not break, touch wood on that. But so far it's been good. I'm very impressed with the glass quality. Metal quality, not the strongest, but the finishing and all, they are really nice. Now there's no dust filter at the bottom, so when I touch here I can feel the fan, the blades. So you might want to have there's a dust filter at the bottom, so because the fans at the bottom are without, they are the reverse flow, so it's the intake, and the intake is all over here. Nice thing is that there's no dust going to be gathered here, but you should I highly recommend getting a dust filter to place under the fan. You probably have to remove the fan because it's going to be a bit of a challenge to reach the dust filter at the bottom here to reach the area at the bottom to mount the dust filter. So mounting under the fans, I think that's really great. And overall, very spacious. This is the PNY RTX 4080 Super. It fits no problem. There's ample room to fit even bigger cards. So overall, as you can see from my presentation, I really like this case. It's unique. I know there are a lot more steps to go through when I want to access the panel, the things at the rear. To remove the glass is one thing. Typically, when you want to tilt it down, you remove the glass. After that, you have to remove this panel, which is L-shaped, and then remove the which is L-shaped, and then you have to remove the screws that hold the case panel that holds the cables. I know there are many steps, but I think it's overall worth it because you're not actually going to go through the things in the rear a lot. But overall, the design, the concept, I really like it a lot, and good job Gamemax. I'm looking forward for more innovative looking cases. Alright, so that's all for this one. Thanks for watching. Do remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.